Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Set, 180! Hey, keep it up, keep it up. Got it.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He'll buy some time right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Check, check. Fresno.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Point it right.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here's Jackson to return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Titan football.
At their own 48-yard
One
Good
down.
starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Kill. Check, bro.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Christian Kirksey able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of a yard. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Action.
This is Dion Lewis now in his 9th NFL season. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
To throw, it's Carr. He finds Humphreys. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
back at the 37-yard line.
Now, 180. Mike 58 right there. Too little, got that.
Now a play fake. Carr. And he hits the running back, Dion Lewis. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week one. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now Hunt. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Hurry! I got you.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Up, 180! Regular! He's crossing! Hurry!
Play fake. Mayfield. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Austin Seibert on for the field goal.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
A reminder coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, it's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game, then Broncos and Raiders. Vic Fangio's coaching debut and the Raiders' final season opener in Oakland. That's the late game, 10:30 Eastern. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Got a man right side. It's Sharp. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Titans.
Down. 180.
Now Lewis here on first down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Throwing on second and 14. Carr. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. Carr. They set up the screen for Henry. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 19-yard line. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little game. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Now Carr. And this is going to be caught by Sharp for a Tennessee touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, well, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. Alert, 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 alert. Real.
Mayfield down. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Mike 41, Mike 40. Hey, dude.
Now Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro.
Well, Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now, but he's still got room to grow. And this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. 11 yards there, first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Topper!
A first down carry for Henry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
You know I'm old school, so I always want a hammer in my backfield. But in short yardage situations, 3rd down pickups, I got to have him. And he picked it up for him right there.
Now a play fake here on first down. Being chased out left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defense.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Tajay Sharp. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Don't say nothing.
Mayfield. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. LaShawn Sims with the INT. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This is caught. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Titans on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Carr. Trying to lay one up deep. It got his man complete. The 40. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Titans. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, a conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, punt the ball away. But no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for... It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for Cleveland. 56 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.